obsession.
Oh yeah, the books is
That's
great.
not true. I have one pop-out chair and I have a inflatable mattress. So there is
Temporary furniture. That is. Hi, Zen. Oh my god. I feel like there's a couple of people I haven't seen in a while. Oh my god.
I love moving twice in 2 months. It's great.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot.
But my new apartment is so much nicer. Oh my god.
I just saw the name Rage going to flip. Rayami, you're welcome to join us.
Rayami,
Rayami.
please.
Listen, Ray's gonna join any live. This is probably the safest live for her to join. Like we're pretty chill here. We're doing fluffy day. Um, it'll be fine. There are worse.
Mostly fluff.
Yeah, mostly fluff. Herd comfort, whatever. Herd comfort.
Her comfort always.
Mm-hmm. So we had left off at chapter 11.
Yes. 11
Okay.
and 12 are the only
Okay.
ones left.
Okay, period. We can get through these 2 chapters. Easy. Easy. Girl, I've been doing 4-hour streams lately because these authors are fucking crazy and they're like 20K chapters. Like they're crazy. So I'm glad. Yeah, glad you're not that crazy.
I do want everybody to know that I'm about probably halfway done with the next chapter of Article. Like I really have to
Huge news for me! Give me the post. Yes!
I worked a little bit on the bar AU as well, and then I started chapter 13 of The Art of Playing with Girls. I didn't get super far into it, but I started it.
Wait, are you still doing the Waffle House AU where I was over?
Yes.
Or I'm a waitress.
In the last I've written like 800 words of Soul Smut just for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
It's the next thing I'm dropping, I swear.
Yay! I was trying so hard to finish it for you. Aww. For me, shucks.
Give me the little backpack. Little backpack is coming.
Yay! Also, I see y'all on the YouTube. Someone said my favorite fanfic is literally my comfort fic. So just so you know, if YouTube isn't aware, I am going live on TikTok with Reef, who wrote the fanfic.
Yes.
So that's her that you're hearing. Wait, what do you mean for Arty?
Me
Like,
and Arty are besties.
yay! We really appreciate your hard work and universal. No, honestly, we do.
The Art of Playing Pretty Girls is really close to hitting 72,000 hits.
Yeah.
She's crazy, dog.
You're famous. I mean, almost 3,000 kudos too. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, that's wild.
If only the author's curse would stop coming for my ass.
Yeah, no, it's rough. It's also, I feel like I don't know how it is over there. It's probably a little better, but like winter months over here has you wanting to just hibernate and do nothing. Like I have no motivation to do anything right now, so it's rough.
I've been so busy doing literally everything else. This week was the first week I've even been able to think about writing. It's crazy.
No.
I also need to lock the fuck in and read that Candy Floss. Everybody's obsessed with it.
It's so bad. It's God. It haunts me wherever I go. It's bad. Oh my God! I need to read you. Give me that coping mechanism. I need to read. Give me that coping mechanism because I told you about give me that coping mechanism, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I need to read that. It sounds so funny. I'm gonna read that eventually. Okay, I have chapter 11.
I shouldn't because then I might lose my mind.
You just might. Here, listen. It starts off pretty like it starts off really fun. Like Zoe's a streamer, and like two very rich and pretty girls fall in love with her and start pursuing her. But then like the whole Rumira X stuff gets involved, and it's like, oh god, we need to do redacted, you know? Is it raining outside? Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh, also, what you will learn after reading, like if you do end up reading, is that there are certain trigger phrases. Um, there are certain trigger phrases, and is it raining outside is like the number one trigger. But anyways, we're not doing that right now. This is not the time to do that. This is a different one, and they're going on their first date. God damn it!
And it's adorable.
And it's adorable, and they're really in love, and they're really, really cute.
I will give you a slight warning. Is that this was supposed chapter 11 and 12 were originally supposed to be one chapter, and then it just kept going on, and I was like,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to split them in half.
That's fair.
And I also ended up making it a little bit more angsty than originally did.
Listen, I can handle anything.
Super bad.
Yeah, no. I mean, I feel like the worst
out of me, and sometimes I don't control myself.
I mean, the worst angst was like the fucking roommates. The fucking roommates. We need to kill her. We need to kill that motherfucker. Like, oh my god, that was like, I was like. Anyways, it's fine. I can handle anything. Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Chapter 11. Don't let it show. Summary: the girls are on their way to their first date, but there are other stuff going on. I love your little summaries. Oh, okay.
Little summaries are what keep you going. Like, it's okay. I do very like hurt comfort type shit.
Yeah,
like I do a sprinkle.
The difference is this is angst with almost immediate comfort, not angst that goes on for 3 months. No real. It's yeah.
My girls will go through it, but my girls will go through it together.
And they will communicate. My god, they will fucking communicate. The fucking miscommunication and the other. I'm like, oh my god, I need you guys to talk. Anyways. Should I just get started? Because I will keep yapping, you know me. Rumi stared blankly down at her phone, laying face up. Oh, I did not share screen on the YouTube. I've just been yapping. Now we're good. Rumi stared. Just being a little silly. Rumi stared blankly down at her phone, laying face up on her bed and mocking her with what awaited in her notifications. She'd spent a long time in high school and early college getting over her phone anxiety. Mira had helped immensely. On bad days, she'd pretend to be her over the phone, hold her hand, and watch her carefully as Rumi fed her nervous responses to any questions. Way. But naturally, since Celine's last call, she had felt a spike of panic every time it rang. But this time, it didn't ring. Celine had texted her for the first time in months. Maybe because she didn't want Rumi stuttering over her words, or maybe she'd grown a heart. Whatever the reason, she had seen the message pop up, and for nearly an hour, she had sat there, staring at the blank screen with a sense of dread clawing its way through her chest. She didn't want to read it. She didn't want to think about Celine right now. She would rather be focusing on picking out an outfit for when they take Zoe out later. Their first date. Didn't want an offensive repeat of that night that almost broke the three apart. But she had to read it. It was her aunt. She doesn't communicate without reason, after all, even if the reasons happen to be emotionally damaging to her. But she's frozen, staring at the little rectangle like it would dissipate if she looked at it hard enough. She doesn't notice the knock at her door or the door opening. But she does hear the small, sweet sound of Zoe calling her name, quiet in a way that had Rumi relaxing before she even looked up. She did, she did, quickly as physically possible, and she smiled immediately. Zoe had seemingly just gotten out of the shower, a towel still wrapped haphazardly around her head, and a loose t shirt hanging off her body. Hey, hey, Zoe, she manages, scooting away from the device on her bed onto its edge and then standing up. You okay? Need something? Rumi liked the slight tinge of pink that always emerged in Zoe's cheek when she said simple things like that, checking in on her, willing to grab her something if she needed. It appeared on her face now, alongside a shy smile. No, not really. I just haven't seen you this morning, and Mira already left for work. Hate that she had to go since we are going out later. She'll be okay. She's excited. She won't crash out or anything, Rumi assured, crossing her arms loosely to try and quell the anxious buzz still within her chest. Yeah, she responded, pausing for a moment and searching Rumi's face. Her brows furrowed slowly, like she was seeing something she didn't. Ooh, the fuck? Like she was seeing something she didn't understand.
Interrupting my pick.
SMH. Like she was seeing something she didn't understand or didn't quite like. A small hum escaped her closed mouth, too. Rumi returned a confused expression with a smile attached to keep the mood light. Yes? You're making that face again, Zoe whispered, blinking a few times. Her eyes shifted into concern. That face you had, like, when we talked about your mom. Oh, the taller girl tensed a bit, smile dropping, but holding Zoe's eyes. Am I? It came out more high pitched than she cared for, and she nearly winced at the sound of it. Her eyes shut. Yeah, she'd given that away pretty fast, hadn't she? Is something wrong? Are you missing your mom? Zoe said carefully, and Rumi felt a soft hand land along her bicep. Do you need space? Or to talk? Rumi let
Oh,
her eyes.
Artie,
Hmm.
someone is in the chat saying that their YouTube is having issues.
Uh oh. Thank you. No, just blank screen? Hello? Am I back? The hell? Oh my god. Am I back on YouTube chat? Ah! 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 You're back. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Oh my god. I can't stop thinking about the time Rose was like, oh my god, you say cool, cool, cool so many times. And I'm like, I didn't even notice that. Anyway. I had not even.
It's fine.
It's fine. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry, I lost my spot. Fuck. Okay, or to talk. Yes, got it. Rumi let her eyes open again, her heart melting at the gentle tone. How did she get two amazing girlfriends who could read her like this? There were no secrets here, and it made her feel understood, which was nice, but also emotionally naked. No hiding from her girls. Not, not my mom, she finally muttered. She couldn't lie to Zoe, not with those soft eyes trained on her. It's Celine. Zoe didn't say anything right then, but her hand did start running smoothly up and down her bicep. The silence wasn't uncomfortable. Rumi just didn't want to sit in it for too long. Didn't want Zoe to think anything bad had happened again. She just texted me. Nothing crazy. Well, I don't know if it's crazy. Can't bring myself to check. She tries to force herself to relax, focusing on Zoe's steady hand on her arm. Do you want me to check it? No. Zoe's eyes widened, her hand pausing in shock at the outburst. Rumi stumbled over an apology, grabbing gently at the frozen hand. I mean, Zoe, I don't want you to have to deal with that. And you think I want you to deal with it? Alone? Zoe almost grumbled, not offended, but serious. I want to help you. Yeah, no, I appreciate the sentiment. If it were something less unpredictable, I probably would say yes. But it's my aunt. That text could be anything from "What are you doing?" to. She paused, swallowing thickly as she remembered their last phone conversation. The disappointment, the lecture, the unintentional insult of loving too much. Zoe brings her back, hands on both of her shoulders. At least talk to me, please. She sounds so worried, like Rumi was going to disappear again. It makes the taller girl's heart hurt. Leans a bit forward to find support, reaching to hold the girl's wrists gently as she tried to think of how to put words to what was running through her head. But really, it was just that night, that last phone call, where she'd let herself be so dragged down by her aunt's words that she'd left Zoe, and how it has felt like she'd broken whatever they had going, even if in reality, Zoe had pulled away for her own reasons too. Their miscommunication had just been very, very poorly timed. When we when we last talked, when she called me that night at dinner, when we were trying to talk with you, she said a lot of stuff about me and Mira, and she hesitated, but took a breath, met Zoe's eyes, and pulled one of her small hands up to hold her face, mostly for her own comfort. But Zoe didn't seem to mind holding her. And you. Shock and confusion overtook Zoe's face, eyebrows scrunched almost like she was offended. Me? She's never even met me. You talked about me? To your aunt? She tilted her head like she knew that was weird and out of character. No, that's the problem. Just like my mom, she's big into the music industry and she has all these contacts. So I guess one of them saw you and me hanging out and told her. It was. She turned away, exhaling slow and deep to weed out her own frustration. I panicked. It sent me into a spiral, and she said that my mom. Oh, that was too much. Too far. She couldn't get into that, not right now. She sucked in a breath, blinking with increasingly teary eyes as she waited, and hoped Zoe wouldn't ask anything about that specifically. That's insane, Rumi. Has she always treated you that way? Like some troublesome teenager? Not when I was little. Right after she took custody of me, before before Mira, I guess. She had a few normal years, at least normal for what an orphan could expect. I I can't even imagine, especially being an adult now. Rumi hates that the first thing out of her mouth is defensive. She does care about me, but when she looks at Zoe, she knows it's the wrong answer. Just like with Mira, Zoe focuses on the pain it causes her, which, in all fairness, is a lot now. But Rumi remembers the care. It was brief. It was a long time ago, but it had been there. My point is, I don't want you reading it. I don't want you reading it either because I don't know if it's about you, Rumi finally said, sighing. And I don't want to think about her today. I want to think about you and Mira and me, us, all together, having a fun time on our date. That seems like a better response, one that Zoe seems more comfortable with, if the sudden release of tension in her shoulders is any indication. Okay, well, since we have time to kill, want to help me pick out what to wear? Especially since you won't tell me where we are even going? The taller girl smiled. I'd be glad to. Zoe tugged her along back to her room, which, now that it was unpacked, finally looked lived in. Oh my god, you're in your Zoe era. Yeah,
I'm in my
as if
era,
you're
guys.
not in your Zoe era all the time.
I got this. I was just talking about this the other day about how this fanfic is just me projecting onto all three of them all the
Well, yes.
time.
Well, yes. Well, yes. And it was Zoe's, which in itself pulled Rumi out of her worried thoughts. There were a few small posters of random bands, a few records hung up alongside them, and several scattered knickknacks along the dresser. Far from decked out or even really personalized, but it had been less than a week, and Rumi hadn't wanted to be pushy about taking Zoe shopping yet. She'd wanted to, of course, because she felt like Zoe deserved it. But she wanted Zoe to get comfortable first, to stop having those brief moments of guilt for being taken care of, to understand that they don't mind, to be okay accepting it. She could be patient, anything Zoe needed. She chose to sit herself on the bed, and Zoe made her way over to the closet. Okay, I'm gonna close the door only because she flushed a bit, gesturing with her hands. I still have to put on underwear and everything. She glanced at the floor, then back at Rumi, a bashful expression taking over. She's bashful.
Bashful.
She's bashful.
Bashful boys. I didn't know.
I didn't know. I'm bashful. Right. Well, yeah, of course. Rumi managed dumbly, trying to force her brain to focus on go karts and not the image it now desperately wanted to conjure up. Zoe gave an awkward thumbs up, then stepped into her closet, shutting the door behind her. For a moment, there was awkward silence, and Rumi gently swung her legs side to side before Zoe began speaking from inside the closet. So I totally get not telling me where we are going, but what should I wear? Something nice, something casual, something pretty? What's the vibe we are aiming for? Something you're comfy in. We will be walking around a bit. You don't have to be fancy or anything. It's meant to be casual. After the whole thing last time, dressing up, I kind of thought it would be nice for you. Rumi stilled her legs, leaning a bit forward. I was just gonna put on some jeans and a t-shirt. She could hear the shuffle of Zoe's feet as she moved back and forth in the closet. Okay, that makes it easy. Um, did you did you know what shirt you're gonna wear? Should I try to match, even if it's just color? Rumi hadn't really thought of it, but she smiled at the thought. That would be adorable. Definitely. What color shirts do you have? Instead of answering, the door opened and Zoe stepped out in just a pair of shorts and a sports bra. Ah!
Ah.
Ah! Ah!
These gay fools.
Yeah, these gay girls. She really tried to focus. She did, and she wasn't trying to stare. I have some nice looking light blue shirts, but I know you're a fan of purple, so I have this one too. The smaller girl held up two shirts, one on either side of her. And I don't know what Mira has, so what do you think? Think. Yeah, she could think. She could do that. Oh, actually, I'm not blue screening right now. Oh, actually, the color we share the most is yellow. She manages, honesty thankfully prevailing over her other thoughts. Do you have any yellow shirts? Zoe frowned. I actually don't. I have some orange. Ugh. Annoyance twinged into the end of the sentence. Rumi managed to smile at the frustration, and an idea popped into her head. Do you want one of my hoodies so we can match? I have this yellow one with a cat face on it in my closet for lazy days. I wonder what that looks like. It'll be a little big. I wonder what that's a reference to. Girl who has seen K-pop Demon Hunters 10 times. It'll be a little big, but she smiled wider. I think it will look pretty cute on you. The shirts drooped a little in her arms as she seemed to consider. You think so? Hope and nerves entered her tone. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I don't just think, I know you would. The taller girl responded, eyes twinkling. Uh, she remembered when Zoe had been all dressed up for them in her old clothes, looking ready to take on the world. She would enjoy having her in lazy clothes too. She knows she will. Zoe scoffs, rolling her eyes and looking away. Shut up. Just go get it so I can try it on, and I'll grab a pair of my jeans. Idiots. It's so soft and fond and playful. Turns and walks back into the closet while Rumi follows the simple instructions and find herself back moments later with the hoodie draped over her forearm. Now, she should have expected it, but actually taking in the sight of Zoe in jeans and a sports bra, casually standing with a few orange t shirts on the bed, all laid out like it was the most important choice she would ever make, she had to stop doing that. Or, well, she had to at least stop feeling perverted for ogling her girlfriend. She was her girlfriend now. She had to remember that. It wasn't wrong for her to think she's cute or hot or, dare say, even sexy. It was just a mental block in her brain still left over from their friendship. That little voice in her head that kept trying to say, don't overwhelm her, be gentle, be considerate, don't overdo it. Got the hoodie! Got the hoodie! She breathed out, watching Zoe turn and nod, walking over to take it from her arms. Zoe seemed to notice the tension as she handed it over and looked up at her again, confused and worried. Are you really okay? It was small and gentle, and was trying hard not to upset her. Not that Zoe could ever really upset her, but before she could dive into that, she had to reassure her girl that she was, in fact, totally fine. You're just unfairly pretty. Ah! Rumi whispered, gay losers! Rumi whispered, not really regretting the words, even if she would have hoped for something a little more eloquent. But it didn't matter. Not when Zoe's face flushed and she turned around, groaning under her breath. Just pick a shirt for me to wear since I'm not going out with you and oh sorry, that was Zoe. Just pick a shirt for me to wear since I'm not going out with you in just a hoodie, she mumbled after a few seconds. The amused chuckle Rumi let out stayed in the air as she moved forward and carefully considered her options. Zoe had laid out three. One was orange with black hem, and a design of what she could only guess was some winged creature she didn't know. Oh, I saw it! You're so funny! You're so funny! Let's fucking go! Okay, okay. Okay.
It's just for you.
I feel so special. I feel so special. The next one was a classic t-shirt that was almost pastel orange. It had a sorry, going back. Okay. One was orange with a black hem and a design of what she could only guess was some winged creature she didn't know on the front. The next one was a classic t-shirt that was almost pastel orange. It had writing on the chest that said, Orange Nation Rise! Orange Nation Rise, baby! Let's go! And the last one was just a shade darker and had a very cute sea turtle on it. Oh, Reef, I love you. You're so cute. Oh my god.
I honestly forgot about it until I saw it, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yay! Oh, that one is a little too. She glanced up at Zoe. Halloweeny? Sure, sure, Zoe agreed, without any offense taken. What is Orange Nation? She asked hesitantly. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Zoe responded, a bit too quickly. Maybe she should worry about it, but not today. LMFAO. God forbid she be an Orange Nation. God forbid. God forbid. Am I that bad?
Zoe's lurking in the Orange Nation.
Zoe's lurking in the TikTok side of like in Polytrix TikTok and is an Orange Nation.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, this is so funny.
Zoe's canonically an Artie fan.
Yay! I would be glad to have her. I think we would have so much fun together. Um okay. Don't worry about it, Zoe responded a bit too quickly. Maybe she should worry about it, but not today. Okay. Rumi laughed, turning to the last one. I love that you love turtles. You can wear this last one. Zoe smiled again, picking up the tea and slipping it over her head with ease, then pulling the hoodie on over it. Yeah, Rumi had made the right suggestion. Zoe stood now, adjusting the hood a bit and smoothing the hem of it down, which fell to the top of her thighs and left her looking a little tiny. But it was adorable. She hesitated, but gave in seconds later and wrapped Zoe in a hug, which had a small puff of a laugh landing on her chest. Then arms were wrapping around her neck. Can I help you? Zoe managed, tight and a bit nervous. Yeah, by letting me hold you. An adorable giggle rattles against Rumi's neck. You are snuggly, aren't you? It ends with a teasing tone, but Zoe shifts slightly to lean in more comfortably. I like it. Rumi smiled and nuzzled into Zoe's hair. Well, I would hope so. Could have just let it be. Nah. They both laughed then, and Rumi felt a dozen times lighter. The thought of whatever would haunt her later in the form of a text, forgotten. A worry for when she didn't have one of her two favorite people right in front of her.
Wait.
They're so.
Just want to squish them.
Mm-hmm. They're so fluffy.
I think I've said it many, many times before, but basically what I'm going for with this whole fanfic is that they're gay losers constantly.
Mm-hmm.
They're all losers.
Mm-hmm. And good.
Just the whole time.
And good for them. Mm-hmm. Wait,
Good for them.
Reef, wait, I need to show you my AO3 wrapped because you're in it. There's an AO3 wrapped indeed. Wait, where is it?
What?
Yes. Wait, let me pull this up.
Hold on.
Open. I will share it with you. Okay. I'm pretty sure you're here. Yeah, my number one was Fluff. Yeah, Reef, you're number one actually. Wait. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah. Yeah. And my number one content was Fluff.
How do you find the
I will share it with you. I will share it with you. I found it on Twitter. Shout out Yapinator on Twitter who posted about this. But yeah, it's not perfect. It shows you like the number of works you visited, not the number of ones you've read, because I don't think it can track that. But it's like, yeah, it's like, it's not perfect, but it's really fun. And I had fun doing it. You do have to like plug in a lot of like, it's like through Python. There's like a lot of code stuff going on. So I was like, oh my God.
That might be too much for me. I'm just a baby.
It does lead you through it. It does lead you through it. It just has you like, you do need to like pull up the coding of the web of AO3 and like plug in some codes and stuff. But I feel like if I could do it, anyone could do it. Like, I'm not the most tech savvy person in the world, and I could do it. But yeah, I just want to show that to you. So AO3 itself doesn't have a wrapped. Someone just created this like Python code something that like creates one for you. It like generates one for you. It's fun. Okay, we can keep going. Hi, Danny. Oh my God. Danny's here. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Hi. Okay, let's keep going. We're doing the art of spoiling pretty girls. When Mira got home, both girls were already dressed, sat on the couch with Derpy perched on Zoe's lap. He let out a cozy sound when she leaned over the couch to pet him. I was like,
Trying your best.
it's like Is it like supposed to be
It's
the,
like somewhere between a trill
like a
and
little
a meow,
purr?
I think.
Is it like a?
Kind of what I kind of yeah.
I'm trying my best. I can do a pretty good meow, but that's like like a little. Anyways, derpy murd, whatever. Um, um, okay, give me like half an hour tops. I'll get ready and we can go. No problem, Zoe chirped, scratching the cat's chin. The taller girl paused, though, hand slow as it ran over Derpy's fur, and took in that Zoe was wearing Rumi's hoodie. It looked good on her. She looked cozy. We are going yellow, Rumi added, while Mira was in her daze. I texted you, but I didn't know if you saw. Rumi was wearing a half yellow and half black shirt with jersey style numbers on the back. Aye, aye, Captain, she responded, adding a playful salute. Then she was off, down the hall, and into her room. After redoing her hair into a tight bun, she decided on a pair of black jeans and a yellow long sleeve shirt with a honeycomb pattern up her left arm. She hadn't worn it in a while, something she'd picked up on insistence of Rumi. Where she'd gotten it though was forgotten. Thankfully, she also had a pair of yellow Converse, which she threw on to complete the look. Cute and comfy, and something she can move around and still something appropriate, and still something appropriate for riding go-karts. Sorry. When she when she reappears around the corner, car keys in hand, the girls are standing and leaning against the couch, both turning to smile at her. It makes her chest feel funny to see both of them so happy after the last few weeks. Maybe she'd gotten a bit too used to comforting and worrying. She liked it, seeing her girls excited. So at what point do I get to actually know what we are doing? Zoe asked, trailing after Mira as they left the house. Because I have like 17 ideas in my mind. You can guess if you want, Mira answered, opening the passenger door for the girl. But I've been sworn to secrecy by Rumi. Okay, just throw me under the bus. Sure, Rumi chuckled, waiting patiently for Zoe to sit down before moving to slide into the backseat like always. I just want to see your surprised face. I promise it'll be fun. By the time Mira was sat down and the car turned on, Rumi was asking Zoe more questions. Okay, so I know you don't have a car, but did you? I have my license. My mom insisted, but I haven't touched a car since moving out here a couple years ago, and even then, they always made me a little nervous. She settles a bit into her seat, pulling her seatbelt over her torso. Not like freeze up kind of anxiety, but nerve wracking. I was trying to get into therapy or maybe get medicated, but it's been kind of low on my priority list while I finish school. Girl, isn't that so real? Isn't that so real though? Oh my god. Mira could see the way Rumi was frowning at the admission through the rearview mirror, and in a small effort to ease both of them from the topic, she hummed and spoke. If you ever want to try tackling it on your own in the meantime, we can drive over to the empty lot by Barnes and Noble and just drive around there. Get you comfy with my car? Zoe met her eyes briefly before nodding. I I should, if you want, Mira emphasized. Don't feel like you have to, or because you feel obligated to be an adult or something. I mean, look at Rumi. She's my go to passenger princess. She smiled as Rumi gasped in betrayal. Just because you sit so nicely in the passenger seat, she teased, turning around briefly with challenging eyes. You said you liked driving me around, Rumi growled. I am perfectly capable of driving myself. I have my own car and a motorcycle. I just prefer to ride. I know. Both of the other girls choked, and it made me lose it. LMAO. LMAO. Okay. Okay.
The
But
gay banter is back.
the gay banter is
I
back.
missed it.
I think we missed a chat. I think we're so back. Both of the other girls choked, and it made Mira lose it, laughing and shuddering forward to lean onto the steering wheel, while Rumi slapped at her shoulder, just a bit harder than usual. She couldn't help herself. Zoe's laugh was muffled by the hoodie she wore, and Rumi kept scoffing over and over like she couldn't believe Mira would actually say that. I'm sorry. Intrusive thought. She finally managed, trying to push Rumi away. My love, forgive me. Never. You're mortifying. You guys are awesome, Zoe burst out, face in her hands while she tried to stifle her laughter. Genuinely, what? You're so funny. Rumi sank back into the back seat, groaning and also covering her face in embarrassment, while Mira finally backed out and started down the street. Her smile didn't leave her face, which earned her a few harder glares from Rumi through the mirror, but she could live with that. All three of them fell into silence until Rumi finally connected her phone and began playing some music. It put them even more at ease. And 15 minutes in, they were all tapping toes, fingers, and bobbing heads along. It was nearly an hour drive, so Mira figured that they wouldn't stay quiet the whole time. So when Zoe piped up again, she wasn't surprised. How far away are we? It's still about half an hour, Mira answered. So over the state line. If we keep on the highway, that is, Zoe said, mostly to herself. Rumi hummed, don't go all detective mode on us. It'll spoil the fun. Can't help it. I'm naturally curious. She looked out the window, then back to Mira. Speaking of, not to be demanding, I guess, but are we gonna eat? Maybe. Mira deadpans. She appreciates immensely the warm smile that takes over Zoe's face. I'm gonna take that as a yes, but I'm also gonna take that as that's not the only thing we're doing. Then she was facing out the window again, chin in her hand, watching as buildings and exits flew by on their right. She was back to humming along to the music, so Mira mentally refocused on the road. Until Rumi spoke again. Hey, Zoe, what's your favorite food? Favorite food? Zoe repeated, turning back to the other girl. Yeah, I just wanted to know. You could have picked an easier question. I love a lot of food, like simple things, even. Mac and cheese? Perfection. Pizza? Yes, please. Meatloaf? If it's done right. She pauses, blushing and laughing at herself before she breathed and kept going. I mean, I guess it would be easier to name the thing I crave the most, which is definitely quesadilla, tortilla, cheese, and basically any topping I can shove into it. Chicken, beef, pork, bacon. Are you a big fan of Mexican food in general? Mira butted in gently, she hoped. Oh, yeah, definitely. How's your spice tolerance? Ugh, Mira, Rumi groaned. Don't. Zoe raised an eyebrow at the reaction. I can take a challenge. Why? Because Mira likes burning her own taste buds off, and I hate spice with a passion. Rumi crinkled her face up. I have no tolerance. Even the smell of her food sometimes makes me nauseous. You're weak, Mira teases with a low voice. You're inconsiderate, Rumi scoffs, eyes furrowed with a frown. I make you separate plates, Mira argues, frowning, a bit of growl to her voice. I don't make you. Guys? They both stop immediately, and Zoe freezes, like she hadn't meant to say it like that, mildly whiny and a bit sad. Uh, sorry. The shorter girl looks at the floor, tugging at the hoodie sleeves, while Rumi and Mira look at each other through the mirror again. Zoe, we aren't actually fighting or even mad at each other. Mira starts, tightening her grip on the wheel. We just tease. Maybe it didn't sound like it just then. Are you okay? Rumi finishes, a hesitant hand placed on Zoe's shoulder. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. She sounds small, not afraid, just shy. Zoe, Mira starts, regret and shame piling into her chest. I mean, okay, like, I'm fine. I just don't like fighting, even like normal fighting. My parents. She pauses again and looks at Rumi with sad eyes. Well, they fought a lot, and I don't think about it until I do. She trailed off again. I didn't mean to make that so weird. It's not weird, it's a sensitive topic for you, Mira muttered, unconsciously reaching over to squeeze Zoe's nearest thigh. She always did that to comfort Rumi. It was second nature, and it took her a moment to register that Zoe wasn't Rumi, and she might not. But Zoe's hand was squeezing hers, and instead of spiraling into her own doubts again, she forced herself to speak. We will try to be more conscious about it, at least in like sounding as playful as we are trying to be. But don't feel bad for asking us to calm down, okay? It's just like, no, it's, it's just like how I don't like it when people stare too hard when they're talking to me. I always had to make eye contact with adults as a kid. It's so uncomfy, Rumi shuddered. And I can't even imagine what having people fight around you so much would do. I'm sorry, Zoe. Zoe was quiet for a moment before letting out a relieved breath. I don't know how I got girlfriends like you. Genuinely. The word girlfriend sends Mira into orbit because, yeah, yes, they were dating now, but that didn't feel real. Plus, the way she said it, girlfriends, both of them, intentionally, her chest hurt. She hated the feeling. Why couldn't she just. Rumi was talking again, though, happily, still holding Zoe's shoulder. So Mira tucked away that feeling and refocused on driving again. Interesting. She relaxed. Sorry, I'm like.
I love your facial expression.
Oh.
Just like,
she.
Mira?
Mira? She re- she relaxed a bit as she finally turned off onto the right exit, eyes scanning the area out of habit as she followed the map's guide toward the noodle shop. Lunch first, then go-karts, and she could enjoy it. She would enjoy it. There was a sense of relief.
The suspicion in your face.
I'm like side-eyeing Mira. I'm like, girl, okay.
Girl, what are you doing?
Okay. Oh shit. There was a sense of relief when she finally parked and she was there first out of the car, followed quickly by Rumi, who as always opened the door for Zoe. They exchanged some exaggerated pleasantries about it before stepping closer so Mira could lock the car. So, lunch, Mira said. Lunch first. She hated the sound of her voice, but thankfully Zoe didn't seem to mind, smiling brightly and bouncing up onto the sidewalk beside her. First? So there's more than lunch? She looked up at Mira excitedly, and the taller girl couldn't help the small smirk that came to her face. You'll just have to wait and see, she finally responded, placing her hand into her jeans as they walked along the strip mall towards the restaurant, funnily named Super Nudes. Mira found it hilarious as much as she found the food delicious. Of course, Zoe laughed out loud at the name, bringing smiles to both Mira and Rumi's faces, and they made their way inside. They held the door for her, then they all stood, shoulder to shoulder, as they looked over the menu. So so now it's about whether I should do something chicken based or beef based, Zoe hummed, tapping a finger against her chin. I'm kind of wanting the one with brisket. I'm oh, I'm gonna get the shrimp and mushroom one. The yummy. I I love the names of everything here. Zoe giggled. It's outrageous. Our favorite places are the ones that are stupid and fun, Rumi answered, grinning. You should see this place we found on our last road trip. It was an entire dinosaur themed restaurant. Mira ordered a Triceratops T-bone, and I had to help her eat it. I should have guessed it would be ridiculously large. I just thought, well, I didn't really know what I thought, Mira admitted. We still took home like half of that steak. You have to take me. We can order it again and team up on it. It will not be victorious. It will not be victorious a second time. Zoe feigned seriousness, but it faded into giggles quickly after, the smaller girl bumping playfully into Mira's shoulder. We can figure it out when we can go. Mira responded quietly, if you really want to. Zoe met her gaze again, and the little sparkle in those brown eyes made the taller girl's stomach twist. Only to be able only to be able to best the cut of meat that forsook you. Rumi laughed. Is that a word? Forsook? It's not a word, Zoe argued. You knew what I meant by it, and that's all that really matters. Language is a mystery, and people make up stuff all the time. She paused, then, oh my god, then made a face. Like, Reef. like, like, yes, she would say this. Like, yes, she would say, okay. Like, every generation does it. New lingo. What I heard the other day, I witnessed a young teen call his friend Skibbity. I don't know what that means. Rumi furrowed her brows as well. I see that stuff online. Do they say that out loud? Really? Adults thought we were weird as teens. Saying Riz and Delulu was funny to us, but I bet adults were going crazy in their confusion. Mira chuckled, moving to place a hand on Rumi's shoulder. And I seem to remember someone going through a phase of whispering W under her breath and giggling about it. How dare you bring that up? Rumi whined, a betrayed look appearing on her face while Zoe huffed several times with laughter, covering her mouth with her hand. Okay, losers, I'll order so we can actually eat. Go find a nice booth. Oh, sorry, that was Mira. Okay, losers, I'll order so we can actually eat. Go find a nice booth. Mira waved them off. Zoe stayed still, even as Rumi turned. You want me to stand? Oh, you want me to stand up here with you? She asked simply, eyes open and honest. Mira glanced, looked up toward Rumi, who was already halfway to a booth in the corner, her chest feeling funny again as she looked back down. No, go ahead. Sit with Rumi. I'll be over there with food in a few. Zoe didn't argue, turning away without further question, and jogged off to join Rumi. So the previous one was Zoe. Anyways, whatever. Um, I'm like, whatever. Sometimes I mixed up the girls. It's
hard.
yeah. That's okay. That's better. She could breathe. She didn't have to worry about choosing, about Zoe choosing. Why did that bother her? Girl! Mira stepped up quickly and rattled off the orders for all three of them, then stepped back to lean against the back of the booths behind her. Her hands found their way back into her pockets. Why did she always feel like this? It wasn't just Zoe. She did this with everyone. She didn't know how to trust it, didn't know how to let people be close. Because how could she? Who would want her around? Rumi was different, of course. You spend that much time with someone over a decade of your life, school, parents, partners, friends. You trust it. She trusted Rumi, trusted her to stay, trusted her to mean it when she said she loved her, when she said that she wanted her around. And it felt good when Zoe said those things, hinted that she wanted both of them. But to actually believe it, letting herself believe that someone would want to stay for her, she couldn't. God, Reef. Oh, fuck.
Oops, I slipped and
Oh, God, not the Mira angst. Not the Mira. Oh,
my,
God.
my hand slipped.
Oh, this is Oh, it's
Would it
rough.
make you feel better to say that I resolve it in the next chapter?
No. I know you will. I know you will. It's just. Oh.
Ref, do something. There's no ref that can help you. No one controls me.
Unfortunately, Mira in every universe is like, you would stay for me? You would love me? Do I deserve to be loved? I'm like, Mira! Mira! Anyway, she makes me feel so normal. Mira makes me feel so normal. Oh my god.
Is it really polytricks if they don't all have trauma?
Yeah, Sam is right. Oh
They're
god.
gonna process their trauma together, alright?
Okay. But who wouldn't stay for Rumi? Sweet, dorky Rumi, who knew how to talk to people, who knew how to mediate and smile with pure joy and make everyone love her so effortlessly. Rumi loved her, and everyone loved Rumi. That's why Zoe was here. She met Rumi, and Mira was just part of the package. Mira! No, because she's so real. Oh my god.
We are on
Chapter 11. Chapter 11.
0.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Oops, my hand slipped.
Her thoughts might have gone deeper into that pit, but apparently she'd been standing long enough for the bowls to be made up, and she offered a small bow of thanks as she easily juggled all three of them in her arms. Both girls watched with wide smiles as Mira rounded a table and set the bowls down one at a time onto the table. Bon appetit, she muttered, sliding into the booth opposite Rumi like she was used to, forgetting Zoe was next to her for a moment. The shorter girl leaned in and bumped into her again. You looked like you were daydreaming. What? Mira breathed out. She was watching? She does that. Thinks too hard. Her forehead is gonna have wrinkles the size of cliffs by her 30th birthday. Mira kicked Rumi's shin under the table. Ouch, babe! I say it lovingly. I'll still give you forehead kisses. Rumi smiled softly, lowering a hand to rub gently at her injury. Flattery won't save your shins, Mira mumbled. Zoe giggled again, already moving to blow on the broth in her bowl, before attempting to gently sip at it. They went through several offshoot conversations, normal things, talking about favorite colors and animals, and even learning that Zoe had apparently an unusual amount of knowledge on many sea creatures, not just turtles. Why didn't you go into, like, marine biology or something? Mira asked gently, stirring a few noodles around in her bowl. Well, my family wanted me to, but it wasn't. I like the ocean. I like learning about it, but I love music. My parents argued about that too, that marine biology is more stable, safer, but it wasn't what I was going to be happy doing. She also played with her food, softly, nervous. Mira moved a hand to land on her shoulder in silent support. My parents wanted me to major in business, follow the family line. Mira spoke, trying to be gentle and honest. I thought about majoring in dance, but college wasn't for me. I didn't want to go back through the motions, staying up late to do homework and, God, the schedule. I like more flexibility. She let her hand fall back to the table. My dad was angry. My mom wasn't surprised. My brother just scoffed. We need to kill Mira's family in every universe. Like, yeah. Rumi's hand slid into
Burn their house down.
Burn their house down. Rumi's hand slid in to cup the one Mira had around her bowl, eyes sad, expressed with concern and softness. Zoe added, my siblings thought it was cool. Music. We grew up listening to all kinds of stuff. A lot of pop, a lot of rap, a lot of everything. Zoe also moved a hand to offer support. But as much as it scared me, I learned that not being myself hurts worse. So Mira didn't like how she was the focus all of a sudden, so she turned to Zoe and nodded. You should be you. You're amazing. That created a blush spreading across Zoe's face before she ducked away back to her bowl, which eased the tension in Mira's chest. It was a feeling she understood better than the other ones. Power. Because she was attractive. That was never a question. It was everything past that, the closeness, the personality. People thought they saw her and swooned, but when they actually saw her, they decided it was too much to handle. Her attitude, her bite, her independence, it scared people. And besides Rumi, no one ever stayed. So yeah, she felt safer flustering Zoe than actually letting her close. Which was mean, wasn't it? Because they were dating, right? She still didn't quite believe that it was equal. Rumi was much more lovable than her. That was just a fact. It wasn't self depreciative if it was a fact. Mira was here. Maybe Zoe didn't even mean to, but she'd get into this the closeness. She'd learn them and she'd learn about how she really felt. Mira didn't blame her or anything. It was hard to fault the girl on anything. She could enjoy the moment. But it was harder every time Zoe looked at her. That smile, the eyes, the way it feels like she means it. She wants to believe it, even as her brain reminds her, even as all her past experiences remind her she shouldn't, even as she sits here with her girlfriends and she just tries not to let it show for their sake. Oh god. I know that you left it there for like a couple weeks. Damn. That's rough. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you, obviously, but it's just like, oof. 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 Cheese said this because my favorite.
I went to see Chris after I posted this chapter, and she's like, "I'm kicking your ass about this."
Okay, so this was the ending that Chris was like, I'm kicking your ass about? This was, yeah. I mean, I get it. Yeah, like, this is rough.
Fair and valid. She finds a reason to kick my ass every time I go see her. So it's...
LMFAO. I'll read the notes real quick. I don't know what I want to say. I want to say something, but it's just whatever. Notes. I didn't intend for this to get so emotional, really. I tried writing silly haha GFs, but I write what comes to me. And they're learning about each other, which is peak first date stuff. Mira's self-worth issues be damned. Zoe will not be standing for that BS. Rumi and her Salim problem. Oop. Go-karts next chapter, I promise. Cute little racing gaze. Oh, the plans I have planning right now. Let's go. Yeah, the next one is go-karts.
Right, I left it on that cliffhanger for
6 weeks. Which you had every right to.
I've been going through it.
You were going through it. It's just like if no one had any context of that, it's just like, ooh. Cute racing gaze, my beloved. Yay. Let me check the YouTube real quick.
Those 6 weeks had me needing therapy. I am sorry.
Aww.
Okay? It wasn't what I planned. Honestly, when I started this fic, I did not think it was going to be as big as it was. So.
Yeah. I mean, you never know, right?
You never know.
Tegan, by the way, those are the 3 fics that I'm reading on live at the moment. So that works out. Yeah. Oh god. Mira! Oh god. Mira, my darling black cat. Oh, my darling black cat. Oof, life happened.
Reef, you have caused many vocal stims to come into my
You get extra cheese.
One that I've been obsessed with since Chris got me into Stranger Things. There's like the little TikTok shorts.
What?
Just screaming Will's name, and it's just Will.
What? That's funny. Mira, pleek. Mira, pleek.
Mira, pleek. Yay, extra cheese.
Cheese. Wait, oh my god. Is Raina still here? I'm sorry. It's like very similar. This is not GTC. They are similar in the sense that it's like, I don't know, Rumira has their stuff and Zoe gets involved.
And then it kind of just developed into me projecting, but they are rich.
Yeah, they are rich, but it's not the main focus. It's not the main focus, and it's also like actually like more fluffy than GTC. Like, like it has like little bits of angst, like that last part, but yeah.
Sugar Mommy AU, but better. Okay, let's not. We are the fanfics, guys.
We are guys. We need to. Okay, we need to say this. We do not make fanfics compete against each other. They are all very different. We love all of them. They are fan works at the end of the day. Like, we do not need to. They're different. They're very different. I'm not comparing. I meant both of the fics. Okay, cheese. I'm not. Okay, I'm not saying anything bad. Despite a very similar, despite a similar premise, they're very different. Okay, let's go. Chapter 12. Go karts. The girls finally go on their go-kart date. Yay. I remember when you were writing this because you were talking about it so much, like go-kart.
I was so excited. I wanted to get through this part.
Yeah. They deserve to have some fluffy time before what I'm about to do to them. What are you about to do to them? Oh god. Do you know, I you don't have to know, but like, do you know about how long this will be?
I know what I want to do for like the next 3 chapters, and I know how I want the fic to end. But I do know that there's probably some things that will go in between that. I'm guessing it will be like less than 20 chapters. I think.
That's fair.
I want to say somewhere between like 16 and 18 chapters.
Cool.
Best guess.
Cool. Oh boy, I know a bit, and oop. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, the writer's curse got hands. What can I say? Basically, blah blah blah. Living situation, blah blah. Moving, blah blah. School.
I have
also
to pass on the torture to you guys. I was talking with, I think, Chris and Dane, and I was like, that really angsty chapter I wrote for this fic, I feel like it might be triggering, and I was wondering if I should post it separately or just post a warning. I have no idea.
I think put it in the tags. Put it in the tags and put a warning in the beginning. I don't think you have to do it separately. Like, definitely put a warning in the beginning and put it in the tags, but I don't think you should have to. I don't know, honestly. I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
Like that I feel like that would be the way to go.
It's a lot.
Okay. Okay, like, as someone who knows nothing, I feel like put it in tags and also like post a warning.
The only person who read that chapter, like even like Chris hasn't read it. Rose read it for me, and she texted me back. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Wow. Okay. Damn. See. Oh god. Okay. It's a lot while laughing is wild. I mean, what do you expect from Polytrix authors?
It's a lot because I'm projecting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we still have audio. I'm picking up the mic because I need to lean back. I want to lean back on my chair. Okay. Okay. Zoe really.
Tricks, not happy tricks.
It's volley tricks. So happy tricks is crazy. Zoe really tries to shake the feeling in her gut. She does. The one that says something's up, even when nothing is really happening. Tells herself that this is all still new, and that's why Mira is acting different. Well, not even different, just she doesn't even really know. It's just a feeling. And most of the time, that means nothing. So she lets it go as they get back into the car and as Rumi starts practically vibrating with excitement. She doesn't say anything, but Zoe notices the way her eyes brighten and her lips twitch while she fights a smile. It makes her laugh, and Mira cracks a smile, small but real, and immediately smoothing over all her unfounded worries. It wasn't a long drive, and the second they're pulled into the lot, Zoe's eyes are widening and she is whipping her head around to face Rumi specifically. They're a bit close since Rumi was already leaning forward from the back seat. So she has to take a sharp intake of breath when they nearly collided. She giggled nervously but managed to whisper out, full of excitement, "Go-karts?" Go-karts, Rumi confirms. Her eyes are sparkling, a beautiful contrast to how upset she had been this morning. And Zoe is so glad. Mira pulls them into the parking spot closest to the door that she can find, and Zoe begins to actually take in the building in front of her. Well, it isn't just the building. There are several large, winding tracks outside as well. The sound of carts revving and zooming by each other in the distance has Zoe bouncing a little. "I've never seen a go kart place so big," she manages, helping herself out of the car before either of the girls could open the door and stepping up onto the sidewalk. "I've only had like that picture of the indoor circular tracks, like at lame run-down arcades. How does this exist? You like it?" Zoe is nodding before she even turns to meet Rumi's eyes again, hoping to quell that familiar nervous tilt to the girl's voice before it goes any further into doubt. Because as much as she was still learning about them, she knew that tone in Rumi's voice. "Did I do good? Is this enough? Could I have done better?" Ah! She wants to stop that line of thinking in its tracks because Rumi is perfect. She is considerate and thoughtful and gentle. And Zoe knows on instinct and from what she knows about her family issues that maybe people haven't been responding to these things in kind. Well, she would just have to go. She would just have to do it. "I'm gonna kick both your butts. I have a vision. Winner's podium, gold medal, or a trophy. I don't know which one is more appropriate." She smiles with mischief. "You better be prepared to eat dust, babes." Rumi laughs, fully, anxiety melting away with it. Mira is more restrained, but she is smiling and rolling her eyes. "No wonder you wanted me in something comfy, though. Though I'm gonna have to roll up my sleeves," Zoe mumbles after, already starting to do so as the other girls take a few steps until they are up onto the sidewalk, a few more steps then, too, before turning back. Zoe smiles up at them both and really takes them in. Their eyes, the way Mira has done her hair, and the way Rumi has her arms crossed loosely over her chest. Their outfits. Matching had been a really cute idea. She would have to see what else she could coordinate for the three of them if the girls wouldn't mind her digging in their closets. But that was for another day. They looked good together. The black and yellow was casual and cute. She especially liked Mira's shirt, the little honeycomb pattern. She suddenly giggled. Rumi tilted her head in that way she always did, adorably puppy like. Mira conversely furrowed her brows, looking more concerned than anything. "Zo, you okay?" asked. "Yeah, I just realized that we're all wearing yellow and Mira's shirt." She giggled again. We look like bees. You guys look like bees. She bends over a bit onto her knees, laughing, before straightening up and bouncing back toward them. My little honeybees! She chooses to both relish in and verbally ignore the flush she has brought to both of their cheeks. Instead, reaching out and tucking a hand over one of each of their biceps and starting to drag them inside. When they do, she's bouncing again, eyes darting around to take in the inside tracks, the walls of gear, and the sound of go-karts even closer and buzzing into her brain. Okay, so these are high-speed carts, so I figured we'd start with the indoor tracks that are more calm, then we can move to the outside tracks that are more up-tempo and fun. Rumi speaks out at both of them. We just gotta get up to the deck for helmets. Lead the way, boss lady, Zoe responds, smiling wide. And as she suggests, Rumi leads them over to the desk, and not 5 minutes later, they're booked on both indoor tracks and settling helmets for their heads. The first track is pretty normal. Basic figure eight, up and over itself. Mira ends up first ahead of some teen who seemed to spend a lot of time at the track. His hoodie and racing style gloves suggested so anyway. And Rumi and Zoe took third and fifth respectively. Out of 15 racers, it's not bad, but Zoe hadn't been paying much attention to her place as much as getting a feel for the carts, how they turned, the braking, the acceleration. She wanted to understand everything before she really got competitive. So much for eating your dust. I wasn't really hungry. Mira jokes, tugging off her helmet as they disembark the carts. Didn't get lost on the track, did you, Zoe? Zoe huffs up and out of the cart without removing her helmet, sending a playful glare through the visor. That was a warm up round. There's plenty of racing left. Don't get so cocky, Mimi. Don't call me that in public, she responded, face not hiding the hint of red now present. Ever. The shorter girl steps closer, hands behind her back, smiling innocently. What about in private, babe? Mira's face darkens another shade redder, and she turns away just as Rumi walks up with a confused smile and her own helmet tucked under her arm. You two okay? Mira can dish it out, but can't take it. Zoe responds simply, finally pulling off her helmet. I would have thought you'd place higher, Rue. I was hanging back to check on you, Rumi answered, blinking a few times before smiling again. I could have been all competitive and such, but I wanted to, make sure you were feeling it, you know? She wanted to melt on the spot, but instead moved and pulled Rumi in for a side hug. You're so sweet, Rue. You don't have to fall back for me. I got it. I wanted to get a feel for the mechanics. I wasn't racing or anything. Rumi chuckled in her grasp and leaned into it. I didn't think so. Mira is just competitive, likes the attention. Are you calling me an attention seeker? Mira grumbles, turning back to the what with a frown? turning back to turning back to them with a frown. Them?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
No, no, never, honeybee, Zoe soothes, more genuine. It's cute that you like to talk smack, though. Gives me a chance to fight back. Zoe giggles, pulling away from Rumi to bump into Mira's side. Now, on to the next track. Wait. I gotta go to the bathroom. Rumi interrupted as she follows them out of the pit area. Give me like 5 minutes. No worries, I can wait for you, Mira speaks, leaning against the metal rails between them and the track. I can go over and wait next to our carts at the next track if you guys want to go to the bathroom. Oh, well, I mean, Zoe pauses, looking up at Mira with a questioning look before looking away. Yeah, I should probably try to pee. Like my mom said as a kid, it's better to try before you get into a situation where you can't. Sage advice, Rumi agreed, then began jogging off toward the bathroom, Zoe following hesitantly. That feeling was back. that Mira was not okay. That thing in her gut that didn't like how Mira was acting, even if offering to stay back was something crazy to do. Was she just crazy weird about it? It just felt like she refocused on the bathroom and going through the motions. Turned out she did have to pee, and as she and Rumi reconnected at the sinks, she thought about asking her if she thought
Asking her
if
she
she
thought.
yes,
I
asking her if she,
extra if in there.
you're good. About asking her if she thought Mira was acting weird. Rumi would know, after all, but she seemed content, smiling softly while humming to the tune of something, scrubbing her hands methodically. She didn't ask. Instead, she followed Rumi out of the bathroom and in a search of some comfort, and insisting to herself in her head that she was still being silly, reached forward to grab at her hand. Rumi practically beamed, straightening her already perfect posture and squeezing sweetly at the smaller hand now in hers. Actually, fun fact, I think we got confirmation that Rumi has the smallest hands. Yeah, because in the Spotify video, you can all see their hands side to side, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, Rumi small hands." Yeah, like it's not important. I just thought of it. It's like whatever. I just thought of it. Um, yeah. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Your hands are soft, she spoke, squeezing a few more times, a little less tense each time, but a little cold. Well, thankfully, yours are warm. You're my hand warmer now. Zoe smiled, bumping into her side. Hope you're up to the task. Rumi turned, head tilted, eyes so soft and genuine it nearly makes Zoe choke on air as she says, I'm up for any task you give me, Zoe. All she manages to do is bump into her a little more harshly, muttering at her to shut up before disconnecting their hands again as they got close to the next track. This one is more up Zoe's alley, with two bridges, turns, and an incline into a second level. She gets into the feel of the engine, the turns, and the rush of passing everyone she could. The results are a bit different this time. Rumi taking an easy first, Zoe managing to squeak out into third, and Mira just behind her in fourth. Once again, they pull back into the pit, but instead of Mira starting banter, Zoe decides to start it first. How does my dust taste? She smirks, rocking back and forth on her toes. She wanted to be playful. It's what made her conversations with Mira so fun. They played off of each other, but Mira just hummed, smiled, but only hummed. Oh, something in her chest ached, even as Rumi came over with a wide grin and congratulating Zoe on third place, even as Mira met Rumi's eyes and kept that perfectly normal smile, even as they started off toward the doors leading to the outside courses. Zoe trailed the two with worried thoughts running through her mind. Something was wrong. Mira was not being normal. Had she pushed her too far with the banter earlier? Had she said something the day before? Did Mira actually like her? Her heart thundered in her chest, the thought immediately flooding her brain with a line of bad questions she didn't want the answer to. Did Mira not really like her? Did Mira want to agree to dating her? Was she just going along with it to make Rumi happy? She was trying to keep her breathing steady, following along with the girls over to the track outside that was made of wood, called something cheesy like the Woodsman. Zoe couldn't focus as much on this one. The bumpiness. Zoe couldn't focus as much on this one. The bumpiness of the wooden structure, barely a distraction from the worries spiraling in her mind. She kept bumping into the sides, slowing down more than she needed to on the corners, and even once bumping into someone from behind because she sped up too much. By the time she passed the final lap, she finished in seventh and learned that Rumi had finished second and Mira fourth again. Zoe didn't want to keep this in because what good had that done last time? After everything that had happened, she really couldn't be not talking to them anymore. It just ended up hurting. And really, why was she spiraling this hard about this? She could easily think back to all the memories between her and Mira, the hope in her eyes when she had asked if she liked girls, the gentle hand on her shoulder during movie night when she'd start to break down. Oh my god, we need to watch Treasure Planet. We need to watch Treasure Planet.
I was just talking about this
Yeah.
earlier.
Oh my god. We need to watch Treasure Planet. Okay. Um the insistence that she'd wanted her around before that disastrous night at the hibachi restaurant. She shouldn't doubt Mira's feelings. She was honest and firm, and she wouldn't do something silly like that. Zoe should know that by now. She had to have more faith, trust in her actions up until now. What she was seeing was clearly something, but whether it was related directly to her was something she would have to ask about. Her nerves settled as she met them back outside the gate of the track. Rumi's head was held high in pride, smile so wide and bright it eased Zoe's chest. You guys were really lagging that time. You good? Rumi shot her a thumbs up, eyes soft again in that way Zoe loved. I think the bumpiness was more distracting than I realized, Zoe managed, huffing into a half fake smile. Oh my god, huffing into a half fake laugh while tugging her helmet into her chest. I think I'll do better on the next one, where it's classic concrete. She smiled, trying to stay playful. At least one of us is a consistent winner. I really like racing, Rumi defended, barely, soft and under her breath like she was shy about it. I gotta come in first again, though. I might deflate if I don't. Always sneakily competitive, huh, babe? Mira added, smirking and playfully shoving into Rumi's shoulder, and they both chuckled. After, t- After taking in the two for a moment, she smiled and decided after the next track, she wanted one more time to prove she could race. The next one was toward the back of the building, high rise or something, the tallest of all the three outside tracks. Zoe loved it. The drop off after the long climb, the corners, the echoing sound of engines off the concrete. She thrived. And even better, she won. She pulled into first pass. She pulled into first past some dad who seemed really frustrated about it and let out several whoops as she pulled back into the pit, immediately turning back to see Rumi right behind her and Mira back in fifth. Her heart was racing with adrenaline, but she shot them both her brightest smile, sticking out her hand with her thumb, pointer, and pinky stuck out, laughing when Mira returned it as quickly. Rumi returned it too, looking a little more confused, but just as eager. It was soon after that they met outside the gate again, Zoe bouncing and shimmying her shoulders. Told you I'd get a win, she grinned, sticking out her tongue at them both. Took me a minute, but I am a woman of my word. You are really in the zone. Mira spoke first, surprisingly fond. Well done. Zoe beamed, shoulders falling back down into a relaxed position. Rumi nodded, smiling. You really were. I kinda underestimated you. Guess I can't do that again. She laughs, bumping into Zoe with a small blush. It's wonderfully endearing. The tall girl bounces again. I have one more chance to win. I am so locked in. Oh, sorry. I have one more chance to win. I am so locked in. I think I'm gonna tap out, Mira responded, letting her helmet hang down at her side. I'm transitioning to cheerleader for this one. You guys go head to head. What, to win your affection? Rumi jokes, cocking her hip out. My affection is not dependent on your placement in a go kart race, Mira deadpanned, eyebrows furrowed. It's only dependent on how cute your face is. Rumi laughs out loud, leaning into the taller girl before turning to Zoe. So, gonna give me a run for my money again? We met her eyes for a moment before looking back at Mira and smiling. I think I'll also sit out and be your cheerleader. I got my win and I want to watch you race. She blinks a few times. Is that okay? Mira mumbles out in between them. You don't have to sit out with me, Zoe. Really, it's okay. The shorter girl stood her ground. No, I know. I want to. Rumi looks between them, a bit confused, but smiles regardless and plops a hand on both of their shoulders. Well, with two cheerleaders in my corner, I have to win. Be extra loud for me? She takes a few steps back, looking between them again, like she was waiting for them to respond or actually speak about what was happening. Mira was still looking at Zoe, but finally blinked and turned back to their other girlfriend to shoot her a thumbs up. Zoe copies the gesture with a smile, and they watch her go for a moment before silently working their way over to a bench on the side of the pit. She hates the silence that emerges between them, but they watch and wait as Rumi adjusts her helmet, climbs into a cart, and starts watching the signal to go. You didn't have to sit out the race, Mira says, small and so very unlike her. You could have raced with Rumi again. I'm fine. Zoe pays attention to the tone. It's all too familiar. I'm fine. Oh my god, Chris is here. Hi, Chris. That subtle little lie. Chris! That subtle little lie she never understood people telling her. She knows voices, knows tone, and how saying something in that inflection can tell you so much more than the words do. No, you aren't, she responds simply, keeping her voice even. It wasn't an accusation. It was a fact. You've you've been acting weird. You've been acting weird. Really subtly, I should note, but I see it, and I wanted to talk to you about it. She looked down, then gently to her right, staring at Mira's shoes for a moment. And for a moment, it's just the revving up of engines and Mira's breathing and her own heartbeat. I wasn't trying to worry you. It's not a big deal. Mira answered finally, and seconds later, their heads tilted up to watch the carts shoot off onto the track. Zoe meets her eyes when she turns back to her. She just looks for a moment, trying to read the emotion in Mira's brown eyes. Well, then it shouldn't be a big deal to tell me then, right? There's pained hope in her voice, and she ends up wrapping one of her hands around her opposite bicep, trying not to look dejected. Mira breathes in, slow and deep, eyes shaking and seemingly searching Zoe's eyes for something Zoe hopes she finds. It's, well, Mira hesitates, arms tensing as they land on either side of her thighs on the bench. I don't I don't want you to have to deal with it. You sound just like Rumi, Zoe muttered, furrowing her eyebrows and turning to face the ground again. She said almost that same thing to me this morning. She hears a sharp inhale, and a hand lands on her shoulder. She said that? What was wrong this morning? No, I'm not gonna let you deflect, okay? Whatever is wrong with you, I need to know. Rumi already talked to me, and I know where she is. But I need to know about you too. Zoe snapped her head up again. Don't keep things from me. I don't want more miscommunication between us. There's a pause, a painful pause. One she wants to scream into to make it end. I don't want you to think it's your fault, Mira whispers, barely audible over the sound of carts rushing by. But Zoe is listening. She wants to listen. And the way Mira says it, so quiet and full of fear she'd never heard from the taller girl before, it makes her whole body freeze. Be honest with me, Mira, she responds simply, trying not to immediately cry. Please. A soft, desperate sounding breath releases from Mira's mouth before she starts speaking. I'm not sure how to trust this. That first sentence feels heavy, but Mira keeps going before Zoe has to ask her to clarify. People don't tend to stick around for me. Rumi has been, and I thought she would always be the only exception. So I've been in my head a bit today, just trying to convince myself that you mean it. Because it's not like you have done anything wrong, anything to make me think that you don't mean it. I just, I'm not what everyone expects me to be. And they tend to think I'm too much after a while, too much work, too hard to deal with, too aggressive and independent. And Mira pulled her fists onto her lap. It's been easier to think about all this as just detached flirting than actually think it's real. Her hands twitch subtly in her lap, and she turns, not quite meeting the shorter girl's eyes. I was scared the other night. You just seem to love so easily, and I don't want to mess this up because of my stuff in my own head. Zoe's eyes widen, and in an instant, she has a hand over Mira's left fist. Mira. Their eyes meet, and Zoe sees it, sees the worry, the fear, and the gentleness despite it all. It makes Zoe inhale sharply, and a million thoughts start running through her mind that she quickly began forcing out of her mouth. Honesty. They needed honesty. People have always told me I'm too much, too energetic, too loud, too bouncy and rambly, and she paused, took a breath, and turned her body closer to the other girl. I've had a really hard time connecting with people my whole life, but with you and Rumi, both of you have never made me feel that way. And I love that about you. You, especially, you take my nonsense in such graceful stride. You listen to me, you play along, you want me around. And, well, spoiler alert, I want to be around. I want to be around you. She squeezes at the hand again and keeps going. Maybe it will take you time to accept that. And I want you to know that's fine. I can't expect you to just unfeel things, but I will spend all my time trying to let you know I mean it. You you shouldn't have to work extra hard to make me trust you. It's not fair to you. The taller girl sighs, but moves her other hand to land on Zoe's, returning the gentle grounding squeezes. What can I prove? What can I do to prove it to you? You don't have to prove anything, Zoe. It's not something that. Can I kiss you? Mira shoots her head back out to look in in her eyes. What? She looks bewildered, like she hadn't expected Zoe to ever say those words. She just smiles in return. I wanted to the other night, kinda, when I ended up bonking your head. I thought that's where you were I thought that's what you were doing too, Zoe admits, laughing a bit into the air before turning back to the track and watching Rumi zoom by. She's in third, it looks like, and gaining fast. You don't, well, I. Mira is fumbling over the words, trying to argue with no real bite in it. A strange but enticing idea comes to her mind as she watches Rumi and listens to Mira, and she lets a mildly evil smile emerge on her face. How about this? Zoe mutters, still watching the top of Rumi's helmet as she speeds around and catches up to the guy in second. I give you your first kiss now because I want to, and if Rumi wins, I'll give her her first kiss too. Why? It's full of disbelief. Zoe's eyes sparkles as she turns to meet Mira's eyes again. Because it's fun. And technically, Rumi got the first date with me, so fair's fair. Mira's mouth opens and closes a few times before she huffs out, furrowing her eyebrows and smiling in a way that reads as confusion and amusement all at once. You're you're ridiculous, but you like it, Zoe mutters, leaning in just a tad closer, crinkling her nose. Don't lie. Zoe can feel the gentle flow of breath coming from Mira's lips, and she feels like everything is blurring around them. I do. I really do. A little breathy, but amused and so very Mira. The shorter girl smiles and doesn't hesitate to eliminate the space between them and finally meet her lips. It's not anything crazy, just the gentle press of their lips, but Zoe relaxes, breathing out through her nose and smiling. Mira, for all her sharpness, has the softest lips. She's barely moving, and Zoe can practically feel the nerves built up in her whole body. It makes her laugh, which breaks the kiss, and she is left staring into a blushing Mira's face. She smiles wider, giggles at the sight, and pulls at Mira's hands with energy she didn't have moments ago. I am I am really gonna enjoy seeing how much of a softie you are. You know that? She managed between little puffs of laughter. I really will. Something in the taller girl's eyes shifts, even as she sighs in a bit of disbelief and tries to turn her head away. Zoe lets her and turns back to the track where she can see that Rumi has only one more lap left. Perfect timing. She stands to give a shout, which she really can't even tell if Rumi hears or not. But with Rumi now clearly coming up behind the girl who was in first place, she can't find it in herself to care. She's whooping and circling her fist in the air as they come into the last few turns. She's still vibrating from the rush of kissing Mira when she sees Rumi shift from the outside of the track to the inside on the last turn, foot all the way flat on the pedal, or so she can imagine, and manages to overtake the girl in first with ease. Behind her, Zoe hears Mira laughing, genuine, if not just a little spaced out, and an arm wraps around her shoulder before she hears the woman yell out, "Nice moves, Rue!" Sorry, though. Nice moves, Rue. Whatever. Zoe barely contains herself. Whatever. This is not a recording. Zoe barely contains herself as she watches the pit fill back up with carts. As she turns to Mira with a glint in her eye. I suppose she won her kiss, don't you? Mira blinks once, then smiles, rolling her eyes. You're gonna kill her. Then another break, and words much quieter. I love it. I love it. The smaller girl, yes. The smaller girl giggles, then tries to hold herself back as Rumi tugs off her helmet, her chest unusually puffed out, and turns over to them with an even brighter smile than Zoe would have expected. Oh, she was gonna kiss her stupid. Mira and Zoe stood in front of the bench, side by side. Mira's arms still slung around the girl's shoulders as everyone exited the pit. And just as Rumi clears the crowd, Zoe ducks just enough to shake Mira's hold on her and is barreling towards her other girlfriend with unrivaled speed. Rumi's smile d- dips down into an expression of, oh my god, dips down into a
Why did I write multiple
okay,
words?
dips down into a
Dips
bit
down
of
into
an
a
bit of an expression of panic, whatever. But the yelp she lets out when Zoe leaps up and firmly wraps her legs around her is worth it. She is so funny, especially when she notices Rumi is only holding her under her butt with one hand, and others still stubbornly holding onto the helmet and resting limply at her side. Hi, Rumi chuckles out, planting her feet in a wider stance, presumably to prevent herself from rocking in any direction and risk dropping her. Zoe smiles at the thought. Mira is quickly at her side, gently prying the helmet from Rumi's taken hand. She want to give you a victory kiss. Rumi is looking at Mira with scrunched eyebrows and a red tinted face. Huh? Zoe doesn't give Rumi much of a moment to think about anything after that, moving both her hands quickly from gripping Rumi's shoulders to the sides of her face and slamming their lips together. Only a muffled oomph escaping the other girl. Kissing Rumi is different, maybe because she's a bit more tense than Mira was, but it doesn't bother her in the least. Not when Rumi is firmly gripping at the lower part of her thighs on either side, swaying just a bit like she was dizzy just from the touch of Zoe's lips. And certainly not when Rumi lets out a noise into the space between them that Zoe can't decide whether to call whiny or sweet. But it ends when Rumi unconsciously leans back, falling a bit into Mira, and Zoe has to break the kiss to pull away just enough to balance them out again. Mira laughs, holding a clearly embarrassed Rumi up by her shoulders, and Zoe joins in with a giggle. Rumi groans, closing her eyes but trying not to laugh as well. Man, did I almost make you fall for me? Zoe murmurs playfully, still holding Rumi's face in her hands. How embarrassing for you. Told you that you'd kill her. Look. Mira pressed a cool hand to Rumi's forehead, who shakes it away instantly and argues with both of them. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting to be jumped, let alone kissed, so cut me a break. She's still flushed, but not letting her grip on Zoe falter, like letting go and risking her falling was a crime. I mean, I thought I'd get, a hug. How presumptuous of you, Zoe responds, finally shifting a bit and trying to stick her leg out so she can dismount her poor, flustered girlfriend. Okay, you can let me down now. Rumi squats down a bit, loosens her hold, and Zoe plops right back down onto the ground with a gentle bounce, hands shooting straight to her own hips with a sense of pride. What a perfect first date. I got kisses from both of my beautiful girlfriends. She catches how quickly Rumi snaps her head toward Mira, and they're both flushing, and oh yeah, Zoe likes the effect she has on her girls. Oh, her girls. She likes that, even if she doesn't say it out loud. They don't need to hear it. Instead, she grins, moving forward again to tug at both of their elbows. Come on, honeybees. I think we deserve a reward for all being winners. A sweet little treat. Like what? Rumi mutters, still a little dazed. What about ice cream? Zoe says with a tilt, asking if that's something they'd want. Mira huffs again, changing the subject. I didn't win anything. You did. You did. On the first track. Zoe responds quickly. You said that didn't count. Mira sounds confused, and Rumi chuckles while Zoe glances over at her with a serious face. Yeah, for me. It still counts as a win for you, though. Don't sell yourself short. Zoe pauses, smiling a bit wider. Especially when you're so tall, you should never sell yourself short for being 6 foot or whatever. 5'9", Rumi automatically corrected. She was still a bit flushed from the kiss, but a soft smile replaced her nervous one. Mira is 5'9". Close enough, Zoe shrugs, tugging on them again. Now, ice cream. You're so bossy, Mira finally responds, but her face is soft and kind, and she doesn't fight the tugging at all, just falls into walking alongside her. Where do you want to get ice cream from? There's that cute there's that cute place back over by your house. Oh, what was it called? Zoe shrivels her whole face a bit in thought. Cow something? Our house, Rumi mutters before stiffening and squeezing at Zoe's hand. Uh, cold cow? It's called cold cow. Zoe hadn't thought about what she was saying. Zoe hadn't thought about what she was calling the house, and the fact that Rumi already felt that our was automatic made her heart do something funny in her chest. Mira thankfully spoke up and guided her back to thinking about ice cream instead. Yeah, they have good stuff. I like their Mexican hot chocolate. Rumi rolls her eyes, probably thinking back to their semi argument in the car about spices, but she returns her gaze to Mira. Um, I love Mexican hot chocolate, but she returns her gaze to Mira. They have a swirled one with chocolate, vanilla, and caramel, don't they? She shifts her feet a bit, trying to match Zoe's pace. I forget what they called it, but that one's really good. And I like their coffee one, mixed with cookies and cream. Whoever makes these flavors, they're geniuses. Take me to this magical place immediately, Zoe huffed, freezing for a moment when she remembered she left her helmet on the bench, but quickly saw that Mira was holding all three of them now, all with the hand she wasn't using to let Zoe drag her along. She thought about asking to take hers back, but Mira was focused on her, and when she turned, Rumi was too, and suddenly she didn't feel so on top of it anymore. They both had softness in their eyes. Oh, she was in so deep. And even though she was replaying the conversations with both of them in her head, she knew it was better to hear it than for them to keep it in. Maybe she would have to keep insisting. Maybe she'd have to be more aware. But she didn't mind. Didn't mind distracting Rumi when she needed it. Didn't mind reassuring Mira whenever she could. She'd do it. Willingly. Happily. They would do the same. She knows it. Feels it. In how they're looking at her. How they're always looking at her. She feels like shrinking and puffing up all at once. It's a new but beautiful feeling, and she hopes it never goes away.
Gay.
Gay.
These little
Gay.
gays.
Gay. 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 Gay.
Also, I forget who it was, but I remember texting someone to be like, do we think Rumi wins her last race? And that was going to decide whether I made her get kissed or not. They were like, yeah, Rumi probably wins. And I'm like, yeah, she is winning.
Yeah. It's cute. It's really, really cute. Notes. Most of this chapter has been written since like 2 months ago, and I kept rereading and editing it because something felt off. But it came together in the end. Yeah. Genuinely hoped you enjoyed, because unfortunately we have to get back to the real plot. Oh no. What did Celine text Rumi? Hashtag what did Celine text Rumi? Oh my god. Zin missed the whole life. Oh no. Let me leave my kudos.
Nar.
Oh no. Kudos.
I literally started writing chapter 13, I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, we have to get into the plot now.
The plot has to plot.
I'm plotting for the plot, guys.
One day I'm gonna join the live and stay the whole time. I'm sorry, Zin. Oh god. Is it final season for you?
To be in the lives. I haven't been able to be in the lives because it's all
because it was Candy Floss. It was all Candy Floss.
I haven't read any of that.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's long. It's so long.
I had someone tag me in a edit or something, and they were just like, "Doesn't this seem like give me that Candy Floss Rumi and Mira?" And I'm like, I have no idea because
Why did they tag you?
I don't know. Reef, do you want us to suffer? No, but the plot has to go plot, alright?
Y'all, I don't think you can complain after what GTC has done. I think we need some plot, and it's gonna be fine afterwards. But the plot does have to plot. Totally not Rayami? I know she's here somewhere. What?
Totally Not Rayami is on Tumblr, and she keeps recommending my fic, whether it is Rayami or not, which I've been told it's not.
Is that Lauren? Because Lauren made a fake account on AO3 and on Twitter as Totally Not Rayami. but I didn't know that she made.
That's probably her.
I don't know if she made a Tumblr account. It's very funny if she did. I know she reads The Art of Spoiling Pretty Girls, so it will make sense. Do not blender the girls, please, or Rayami will find you.
No, guys, I'm not gonna blender the girls. I'm just gonna blender Rumi a little bit. It's fine.
Oh, people love blendering my girl. What did she ever do to you?
But she's gonna have her girls at her side, so.
Oh, Tegan apparently Googled their canon heights. Canon Mira is actually 5'6", Canon Rumi is 5'4", and Canon Zoe is 5 foot. 5 feet.
No.
That's very funny. That's funny.
This is
We
an
can make
Americanized version. They're taller.
They're taller. They're taller because Reef said so. Oh my god,
They're
bye,
taller
mask
because
artist.
I have the power and it's my fanfic.
Exactly. No, literally, who cares? I'm taller than Mira. I'm also taller than Mira. I'm 5'7". That's crazy. I'm the same height as Zoe. 5 feet Zoe makes a lot of sense to me. It makes a lot of sense in my head. But we're in fanfiction world and we can do anything. Oh, I have really good news. What's up, Tegan? Mira is spiritually 6 feet.
6 foot.
Yeah. Yeah. Tegan, what's up? I'll wait for your answer. Tegan. She got 6 feet energy. She does. I think after this, I'm gonna go back to editing my silly little audio. That I'm excited.
Oh.
I'm making an audio. I'm set up to graduate in the summer. Yay! Let's go.
Yay.
Let's
I
go.
found out that. So technically, I'm in college and I'm working on 3 different associate degrees all at once. Next semester
SMH.
I should be done. I should be done with one of them, and then by next spring I should be done with the other 2. 3. They have a lot of. They're intertwined a lot. Okay, listen.
It's
God forbid I be a girl boss.
It's so okay, wait. You do, I don't know what the degrees would be called, but like hospitality,
yes,
culinary.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called? I don't know.
It's culinary.
What's the third?
It's just an associate of arts so that I can transfer to get my bachelor's.
Oh, I see. Go. That's a lot, though.
Also,
that's
Artie,
crazy.
I'm going back to Alaska.
Hey, next summer.
Yeah.
I looked at that.
I won't be gone as long. I won't be gone for 5 months this time. So.
I looked at that job site and they didn't have the performer position that you were talking about. Or maybe did I check the right job site?
They also like posted them later than they did last year. So they might be up now.
I'll check it out.
Wanting to do that.
I will check it out. They had a lot of like cruise jobs, but I don't think I have the visa to work on a cruise because you need a specific visa for that. Anyway, I'll check it out. Whatever. I'm
only going for 3 months this summer. I'll be gone from early May to late August.
Cool.
Like 15, 16 weeks.
I mean, it sounds really fun. Like, I would love to do it. I need to find some kind of summer thing to do. Yeah, I'll check that out. Somebody save me from this dorm building.
I'm confused. I don't know why it's here. Seasonal jobs.
Oh, are we looking at it? It's like Alaska tour jobs, right?
AlaskaTourJobs.com. If you guys want to meet me in real life, I'll be working on the trains.
Dox yourself. Dox yourself.
No, you guys have to. Anybody who's not in the Discord channel that hasn't seen my face, if you want to meet me, you have to go to Alaska.
Otherwise, you'll never see her face. Oh my god. Apply now.
Technically, it's in food and bev.
It's in food and bev?
Because it's a restaurant. Hold on.
Huh. Because I was looking at. What was I looking at? Guest services, rooms division, transportation. I don't know what I don't remember. This turned into a job search live. This is so funny. I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, but that's the supervisor.
Did you find it?
Do they just have it?
Baker line cook.
Yeah, container.
Where? Okay, wait.
Food and it's under food.
Oh, I see.
The job title is entertainer.
Ooh.
Acting, serve food and beverage.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Okay.
Just a man.
Will they take my visa? I mean, oh wait, you will perform acting, serve. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you, thank you. Because I was thinking about that. I looked up like a couple weeks ago, I think, and I was like, it's not here. But now I will apply. I hope there's still.
Seen your face. No, guys, I need you to know that everyone who's seen my face tells me that my face looks exactly how my voice sounds. So
yeah,
whatever you're picturing,
yeah,
be accurate.
Yeah. I still remember the first time I saw your face, and I was like, oh yeah. I just didn't realize it. That was so funny.
But I'm specifically working on the trains. So
Yeah.
if you don't get motion sick, you can come work with me on the trains.
Hey. No, I would love to come to Alaska. Like genuinely. It sounds
if you put
so
in an
cool.
application, let me know. I'm gonna give you my name so I can get a bonus if you work there.
Okay.
I think it's like $100 you get if you like recommend someone and they work.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. Period.
I know too much about Reef at this point. You really do. There's like 4 people, like my core group, that know way too much about my life.
Arty and Reef Alaska work live stream.
At least we'll be on the same time zone.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fucking time zones. We were like how many hours apart? We were like 12.
It was 4 hours.
No, when I was back in Turkey, we were so far apart. It was 11 hours apart. We were 11 hours apart. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not doing the cruise, okay, I'm sorry, I just thought about this. If you're not doing the cruise ships, as long as you're like legal to work in America, you can work there. If that's what you're worried about.
No, I can definitely do this because I can relate it to. The only thing is that it needs to be related to my field, which is like arts, and like it's fine. It's fine. I usher, and that counts.
Every chance I get, I'm gonna come eat. I'll be like, hi, Arty.
Hey,
girl, hi.
Hi, government day. That I won't say here.
Hi, government day.
Anyways, come work with me on the railroad while I read politics. I wonder what I'll be doing in the summer. Will I still be reading Polytrix Angst in the summer? I don't know. Arty and Reef in the same room before GTA 6. I don't know what I'll be doing in the summer. I don't know where my hyperfixation
will take me. Coming to visit you, but now I don't think I have the finances to do that.
Oh, that's so fair. Boo. but, like, that's
Boo.
fair. No, I wanna and I said this to Rose as well. I was like, "I either wanna go over to Washington or I wanna come down to Florida. Please, Artie, we need your stories." Okay, if there's demand, I'll keep doing it. I'll see where my interest
Don't
take
worry,
me.
guys. I have so many fic ideas. I'll just keep feeding Artie fic.
I'll just be Reef's little I don't know what. Um I don't know what word to use there. Reef's little whatever. Um Reef more little backpack. We'll get more little backpack. I hope so.
I have so many ideas like in the wings because I still have to finish learning to love. But I know exactly where I want to take that. It's just about getting through the smut part because I haven't been in the mood. So I have to force
Oh no!
to write smut.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I have some
It's okay.
responsibility.
No. Like it's the desire is there. It's just the mood is not there. So I have to like.
Artie is the train and Reef is shoving coal. Yes. Artie is the train and Reef is shoving coal. Oh God. I can't do another long one right now. I cannot. I am barely reading any fan fiction outside of lies right now. I don't know. My brain is not taking it.
I gotta finish up some of my one shots for you to read as well. I gotta finish the bar aid. Everybody wants the bar aid.
Vari will be really fun. I already did my reaction to chapter 17 of Give Me That Candy Floss. I was the first person to hear that damn audio. I was the first person to hear that audio. Okay.
Pull this up.
What are you pulling up?
My
It's all good.
my ellipsis.
Oh my God. Dude, I have to continue my fucking like one shot that I was writing and then completely abandoned. It's so short, but like I just completely abandoned it.
I have one that's like Zomira Demon AU and they meet up with Rumi in the human world.
Oh.
And I have one where Rumi has a kid, Mira is the nanny.
Yes, I know about that one. I know about that one.
And then the one that I thought that I would do next is like Rumira break up as like teenagers and then Rumi starts to try to date Zoe, but it turns out Zoe's already dating Mira. It's the whole thing.
Yes, I also know about that one. Yes. Oh my God.
Well, I've talked about all of these. And then
Reef
there's
almost fell through it.
which,
Please stop Reef's AO3. Reef has so many little one shots that she did for Polyfreaks Week. They're so fun. Sorry, keep going.
I have Smut and I have Fluff and I the artist the girls and
Which is its
both,
own thing.
which are way bigger than I thought they'd be.
Learning to Love is my little baby that I don't read on here. I like started on my own. I was like, wait, I love this. What do you mean they sold? Like I was like, oh my God, this is what crazy to my brain.
Chris still has to read that one, and she was like, "What are you writing?" Because I was sitting in her office writing.
Yeah.
So I'm writing Artie's Soul Smut.
Yes. Yes.
I just reached 1,000 words on that, so it's gonna be a longer chapter than most of the chapters for that fic. But that's because it's more meaning.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Like, I don't care. Give it to me.
Give it to me. Give it to me. I love that. God, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, because I was like, this is so smart. I think the soul bonding is so smart. I love learning to love. I love learning to love.
There's some crazy like canon shit in that one that like it just makes so much sense. I've had so many people tell me that like this is my favorite post canon fic.
Oh, oh my God, I need to write that like alternative takedown because I was sending you lyrics of the takedown, the version of takedown that you mentioned in that fic because I was writing change lyrics for it. But I need to get back to that.
Someone did a changed lyric takedown, and it was really good. It was better than mine. And that was a while ago, though.
Oh, LMAO. Sorry. Sorry, I find listening. Wait, what? So who's making KPDH Ninjago fic? I don't know anything about Ninjago. Learning Club actually is canon. It's just KPDH too. Like, honestly, at this point, yeah, yeah.
It's the K-pop Demon Hunters 2 that everyone wants.
Oh my god. I mean, why wait until 2029 when you can just read Learning to Love by Reefwriting? Exactly. Um, oh god,
I have so many ideas. There were a few more. Like I wrote that werewolf AU one shot, and everybody wants me to write more of that, like in the same universe. And I'm like, oh gosh.
The issue with me is that I have a lot of ideas. I never put them. I never write them.
I always write them down. Sometimes I don't get to like working on them. I also have several one-shot like ideas.
Yeah.
The really cute like nickname one that I wrote.
Yeah.
With Leave Me Alone. What is this? What is this?
What is
Did I
that?
write this?
Are you just on your ellipsis right now?
Yes. I don't know where that. I don't know writing that.
A fic just appeared.
There's a 7 Minutes in Heaven one shot that I want to write.
Yes. Yes.
And then there's a cowboy that I have as well one shot.
God.
The exact note that I wrote is Outlaw Zonira sheriff for me, and they flirt about.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Laura Rosh. Yes. Yes. Anyway, damn. Okay, I was listening to this audio drama today, just like coming back from work. It's like a 2-hour long audio drama, and I was like, oh, let me put this on while I like put it on after I got out of work, like had it on while I was working out and stuff at the gym. And I was like, wait, this makes me think of a okay. Let me yap about this because I was like, oh my god. So this audio drama is about this guy who gets a chip inserted in his brain that is untraceable chip. And through it, this woman named the conductor starts speaking to him, like telling him to do things. And I was like, I can make like Ruby start hearing voices of like demon voices, but like maybe like start hearing like the voice of Prima or like something like that. And like make her do something like against Zoe and Mira and like make it angst. And I was like, whoa. And like in the audio drama, it's like if you don't do this, we will kill your wife and child. And it's like the angst is calling me. It would be crazy, but it was just making me think of. I was tweeting about this, and like Sam was like, I need to listen to it, and it's like the shit that goes on in that is crazy. It's called Shipworm. It's by Two Up Productions. It's really good. Anyway, sorry, that was my out.
A lot of when I have like longer commutes and stuff, I'll put on my headphones and I'll listen to podcasts about serial killers.
Are you a true crime girly?
Yes.
Yeah. I used to be back.
I specifically listen to one podcast that talks about them, and they always just like make fun of the serial killer. They're just like, serial killers are actually like really stupid, and cops are just stupider.
Cops are stupid. Cops are like true crime is just like, oh, so like cops are just being stupid. Yeah. No, I was a Stephanie Sue girly. If you know Stephanie Sue, I was a Stephanie Sue girly. I met Stephanie Sue in New York. We have a photo together. I met her fiance and everything. But yeah, I haven't been in that like since the beginning of college.
If you
And
guys are true kind girlies and for boys, and I listened to last podcast on the left.
that sounds
There,
familiar.
it's just three dudes making fun of serial killers. It's fantastic.
Oh my god. I mean, already
One of my favorite things. It's so empty in my apartment, so everything is echoing. There's no furniture in here.
Wait, if Mira is a black cat in every universe, is Rumi also a dog in every universe? Do we also know what animal Zoe is? Zoe's a turtle, of course. I mean, besides that, I feel like it fits. Everyone knows that from before. But few people can be bothered to put in the effort to actually care about them properly. Sam! Holy shit! Holy shit, Sam! Oh my god. That is very well. Jesus, Sam, what the fuck? That is really well thought out. I might be a little brain rotted. Sam, brain rotted? Nah. um, that is, oh god. I'm sorry. No, this is great. This is great. That just like hit me in the heart, in the chest. That's really good. That's really good. I mean, oh man, Cat Mira and Dog Rumi is just like so good. Oh no. Okay. We've just been yapping. Do we want to end it?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic live.
Fantastic live. That was
do it again.
yay.
Next time I post a chapter.
Next time you post a chapter. No, don't be sorry. It's great. Yeah, exactly. It's great. No, yes. Next time. Um, I'll be in your DMs.
I saw that you posted a chapter. Let's get online.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I have to spend the rest of the night like putting up my clothes. Boo.
Boo.
They're all still in boxes.
Oh real. I need to make food.
I had mac and cheese right before the stream.
Nice. No, I had food, but I need to make more food to just like prep.
I need to have more food.
I need to have food prepped. Anyway, I need adults. Let's pick a song. Let's pick a song. What were they listening to in the car?
I didn't really write a specific.
No, you're good. You're good. I just like put it out there. What should we listen to? Should I go to my 2025 playlist? I have so much Auto. Like Auto is my number one. I have so much Auto. Do you have anything, Reef, for outro song?
What have I been?
I just have a lot of. I have a lot of anime music, y'all. Ikimonogatari. Ikimonogatari. I don't know Cordis that well. I don't know Cordis that well, then. Also, Reef disappeared. I might just play an Auto song.
No, it's because I left the app.
Oh, hi.
I was just saying that like I've been listening to this artist called Rachel Bachner.
Rachel Bachner.
Her album is called Lover Girl. If you want to play the song Groupie, it's one of my favorites.
I see.
It's also gay. So.
Oh yeah. Bye, you too.